dance, dance. We're falling apart to halftime. Dance, dance. And these are the life we love to live. This is the way we love. This is the way we love. This is the way they love. If they knew how misery loved me. What a fucking banger. That was Dance Dance by Fallout Boys. What happened to them motherfuckers? That was a lady band. And, that's when the little white boy trying to get out of me. That, those tracks just come to my mind. But welcome to How Far Is Too Far with your host, Brian. We're back. We are back. Another week. Another episode. Thank you, everybody that tunes into the show every Tuesday. Reminds me of what does it remind me of? It reminds me of Epic Meal Time. Welcome to Epic Meal Time every motherfucking Tuesday. That was another lady. I grew up on that shit. Wow, reminiscent episode. Today is Sunday. I know these episodes come on Tuesday, but today is Sunday, May 30th. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Dominican Mother's Day. For the people that don't know, it is Mother's Day today in the Dominican Republic. Happy Mother's Day to all the Dominican mothers out there, including mine. I love that lady. It's a big problem with this whole situation with Mother's Day as a foreign because they try to finesse me, both of them, my mother and my grandma. So the way it goes is Mother's Day is the last Sunday of May. In here, Canada, it is the first Sunday of May. And they try to finesse gifts both occasions. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I love you and everything, but that's not what we're doing. I usually do the Canadian Mother's Day because, that's when everybody's doing like Mother's Day. So I don't want them to feel left out. So I would just, go with the flow, quote unquote. And, giving them Mother's Day gifts on the first Sunday of May. But nevertheless, happy Mother's Day today as well. But no gifts for you. I love you. You are everything to me, and you know it. I don't have to come in this camera to tell you that. But yeah, no gifts for you. Like hell no. Like we're not doing that.
Perfect.
Anyway, let's start the show today. Today we have a very interesting show, and welcome to Solo Chronicles. Back to back. There's 2 Solo Chronicles already. Last week. Hope you didn't miss it, but if you didn't, it will be posted at the end of this video. And then this week. Now, if you wonder why Solo Chronicles are so prominent right now, I don't know. I enjoy them. And also I want to see, I want to test my own capabilities in terms of how could I do without somebody being in the other chair? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit, going in front of a camera and just talking, it's tough. But when there's somebody else that you talk to, it's so much easier. Because, you have conversations with people every day. Yeah. But when it's like this, it's so tough. And I want to challenge myself a lot. Also, shout out to all the guests that have been here so far. And again, anybody that, feels brave and wants to be in the show, hit me up. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, all the garbages. You already know what it is. Subscribe on the YouTube, please, and thank you. Subscribe on the YouTube. And, share the flame. Share the flame, show love. Will be much appreciated. My success will be your success. Quote of the day. Success only occurs when preparation meets something. I forgot the quote. Great. Moving on with the subject today. Today we have a very interesting subject. It is about priorities. I want to talk about priorities because there is something that's going on with the people my generation, the generation before me, and is that we are so focused into like, you know, vanity. That whole term of being attracted to, like, jewelry and the cars and the nails and the hair and the lip fillers and the Jordans and the Ferragamo belts. And it really, I don't know, man. Like, it's just one of those things where uh, you get to a point of your life where you have to make the decision whether you want to save money for future plans or spend your money and have fun today. And honestly, there is such a thin line because it could become toxic at any moment. You could go spending, 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 and you're not having anything tomorrow. Well, then you could be saving, 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 or investing, and you know, not have a social life and not in enjoy your youth and all these different things that life have to offer, that is just not money. And you have to find that balance, and it's so hard, especially with social media, and this is the shit that everybody wants to go for. This is the shit that everybody wants to um grab. Everybody just wanna be in. Everybody wanna go after. It's so tough. And the thing, and at least for me, I'm gonna speak from my own perspective, and it's like, my mom always, sorry for being redundant. Now that it's Mother's Day and all, but my mom always told me this. My mom always said, the streets are not going anywhere. The streets were there when I was your age, and when your grandma's was your age, and when your grandma's grandma was your age. The streets have always been there. They're not going anywhere. Now, one thing that leaves and never comes back is your youth. So now you have to be smart about it. So do you want to be in the streets now and let your youth, your energy, your full capable body to, change the world and change your life? You want to let that go over being in the streets? Or you want to take that same energy and put it towards something that's going to change your life, that's going to do good to you, and catch up with the streets later? Because at the end of the day, the streets are always going to be there. And it's so facts. I mean, I was watching, I forgot what the song was, but there's a video. It's Tupac, and the video is in like South Beach, Miami, and he looks exactly the same as what it is right now. The same vibes, the cars and the bitches and whatever, the alcohol. It looked exactly the same. Like, Tupac died in '92. And of course, if it's his music video, he was still alive. So this was way before '92. But guess what? There's this thing now where everybody wants to go to Miami. They go over there, come back, not to be broke. No. To be embarrassing. They took their last little cent to stunt on I don't know who on social media, went to Miami, and now you're at home scratching the back of your head like a fucking idiot. And I don't know. Like, for me, those are the things that don't feel me. I don't crave none of those things. If it for me, like, I'm into different things. I'm not the traveler type of dude. I'm gonna come up straight. Traveling is not my thing. But I do wish for a very luxurious life. Like, I love expensive cars and designer, and I feel like everybody else. But yet, I have this system of thinking that life is like a lineup, and it's just not my turn yet. It is not my turn. And I'm happy with that. And I'm not gonna sit here and just wait for my turn. No, I'm not still trying to make it happen for me. I'm gonna do things that maybe will lead me to skip a couple spots in the line so my turn comes sooner. That's what I'm here for. But honestly, I'm not desperate. I'm not, trying to make the world spin my way so everything comes to me. Nope. And I wish everybody took this advice, took this episode today a little serious, and understood that, if you don't have the things that you want today, is for a few reasons. Number one, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and number two, it's just not your turn. This is not this has nothing to do with luck. This has nothing to do with you. Nope. This is just life. And be grateful that you have all your limbs, that you're not hungry, that you're not cold, that you're not wet. Be grateful for all those things. That your family are alive, or be grateful for what you have, because at the end of the day, it could be so much worse. See, I come from a third world country, and I've always tell my friends, I feel king in here. I have it all. I have things that I've never imagined I would have. Like, I come from a place where owning a car, it's not a thing you aim for, because it's hard. It's not impossible, but it's really, really hard. And I'm here now. It's an AMG outside. Fuck, like, what? It's the craziest fucking thing. So this is why I grow so grateful for this place that gave me all the chances. No, second chances. All the fucking chances. I got it from this place that a lot of you complain about. A lot of you don't rate. And, prioritizing, it is the key to everything. I mean, for you to be able to prioritize properly, there's a lot of like sub qualities that you need to have. Number one, I'm gonna say, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh God. Discipline above all. There's a few other qualities that you're supposed to have, but that's not what the episode is about. But prioritizing, and it's and again, I just feel like these are the things that nobody sits with you and talks to you about. Nobody here, like, you don't hear this shit at school. Nobody that you talk to probably want to talk about this shit. And this is where my show comes in, because at some degree, I feel like somebody's gonna listen to this and say, you know what? You're right. And your life might change. And I'm not doing this for gratification or for monetary reasons. No. I just feel like everybody came to the world to do something. And I hope that this is what I came here for, to help. Prioritize. Have priorities. Know what comes first and what comes after. There's things that they just are a later issue. They don't have to be done right now. I mean, you probably want it to be done right now. I get it. But they don't have to be done right now. Pursue your goals to get these hoes. For real. Like, even our leaders today, are have such a shit example. Well, sorry, give us such a shit example at prioritizing. The leaders of the world. Like, I feel like this is why there's like still hunger and everything else in the world, is because we suck at prioritizing. We put things that are so unnecessary before the things that are actually needed. Like, a few examples. Like, I'm not even going to go like far. Now I'm going to talk about Canada. Vaccine rollout. Watch out for the anti-vaxxers out there. I'm not here. I'm not gonna sit here and tell anybody to go get the vaccine. Blah blah blah. Nah, this is not my place. You live your life the way you want to. But from a taxpayer that I am, the province sucks. Right now, we're still in lockdown. 2 years later, we can't do shit. There's been numerous protests and you name it. But we prioritize as a country, as a nation, things that were not needed to be prioritized. Even with the even with the way they're opening up, people are here, in their worst shape because the gyms are closed. But we're gonna open the golf courses and the tennis clubs. Suck at prioritizing. Oh God. And now look at this. There's been found 200, was it 215 or 115? Either 215 or 115 bodies, remains of children, Aboriginal children that were murdered at a next school a long time ago, somewhere in British Columbia, and which is another province for the people that are not from Canada. And I feel like a lot of people, like from Canada, are gonna hear this here, and they were like, "What the fuck? Like, I didn't know this. This barely made the news." Meanwhile, and again, I don't want to come out disrespectful to any of the parties that were affected by these tragedies, but meanwhile, a couple years ago, there was a bunch of kids that were going to a hockey tournament, and from a designated city. I'm gonna skip that part just out of respect for those victims. And that shit like had the whole country open arms. And I don't feel like one is more important than the other. Like, yeah, they're both two huge tragedies, but how one is more emphasized than the other. The example of prioritizing and that we're giving, us, the upcoming generation, the generation that's coming up after us and the kids, it's fucking terrible. I don't even want to get into with that whole idea of like, the Aboriginal children versus the kids that die on that bus that day. Oh man, so many things come to my head. Like why is it like that? Like that's just as I'm sitting here recording this episode, I want to it's blowing my mind how one thing is lesser than the other. Now, I want you to pick up my brain and comment, why do you think that is? Why do you think that one thing, there's the Aboriginal children, which was literally mass murder, and then there is the kids that we all know about that died on the way to a hockey tournament. Why this is so up here versus this? Comments on YouTube, Instagram. Let me know. Pick up my brain. Moral of the story is, I feel like it has to do a lot with fear. And at the end of the day, I want to live in a nation full of success with good examples. Why? Because I want to have children. This is my own little selfish motive. I want to have children. And I want those children to live in a place where they have an example of what stuff should look like, of what success looks like, and what prioritizing is. And all those things that it just seems so important as a grown adult, but yet you only find out that they're important when you are a grown adult. Like, how am I here right now and I just find this out? Pursue your goals for real. You know, if you break the word fear into an acronym, it has two meanings. It's either fear everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. This was How Far Is Too Far. Yes, it was a short one today, but a good one. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, YouTube, all of the podcast platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Radio, iHeartRadio. I don't know. We got them all. Peace out.